Good day, ladies and gentlemen. I just read Fury of Magnus by McNeill and it's quite good. This novel covers Magnus' quest to infiltrate the palace in order to find the final shard of his soul. However, Malcador and the Emperor have different plans for him. Basically, this book explains how Magnus ended up joining Horus during the rest of the siege and why he ends up going full demon Primarch. The best thing about this novel is the ending. It's really damn tragic and also epic at the same time, while also making some sense of some lore decisions and events. But I really can't say much more without spoilers, so you're just gonna have to trust me on this. Another great thing about the novel is the weird magic stuff. This novel features a lot of psychers and McNeill does a great job at making their magic as wild and wicked as you might expect. From magical god creatures to telepathy and from fire blasts to foresight. It's all there and quite some creativity has gone into all of it. In particular, some of the foresight scenes regarding the future of the Imperium are really well done. Basically, the future of the Imperium only has two shitty options left. Becoming the Hell State that we know it as in 40k, or becoming a good impersonation of biblical hell, where the gods will torture humanity for all eternity. McNeill does an excellent job at capturing the grim darkness of the future and the tragedy of being forced between these two options. My biggest gripe however with this novel is the wild inconsistencies in the personality of Magnus. It's a bit hard to explain without spoilers, but at some points in time, Magnus seems to not care about his sons in the slightest. Whereas in other parts of the novel, his sons seem to be the only thing that matters to him. This might seem somewhat trivial at first, but his relation with his sons actually plays a massive role in this story. One could even argue that it functions as the pivotal factor that determines the fate of Magnus during the siege. Therefore it's rather problematic that there are so many inconsistencies and contradictions on the topic. Because of this, Wrath of Magnus really is one of those novels where you should not think about it too much and just accept what's going on. Finally, I would like to point out that this is not the case for the many side characters whose storylines get wrapped up in this book, such as Bjarki's Watchpack and the Salamander Draakswords. McNeill uses this book to wrap up a lot of storylines and character arcs from other Horus Heresy books, and their storylines made a lot more sense. So just like with the Sons of Selenar, this book acts as a proper send-off to some of these characters, and I appreciate it for that. All in all, I'm giving this one 4 to 5 Cyclops Demons. Fury of Magnus is quite an enjoyable read with a really tragic ending. It goes quite a long way of explaining multiple lore points and decisions, but sadly some weird inconsistencies in Magnus undermine this storyline quite a bit. Basically, you can skip this if you want, but for Thousand Sons, Space Wolves and Salamander fans, I do recommend reading this.
If you like this video, please consider subscribing and click ringing the bell to appease the Great Horned Rat. For more lore content, please check my main channel and leave any book recommendations in the comments down below. I gotta get back to reading the next book.